Hello, my friends, and welcome to the reading lesson for today. Hope everybody's doing well. Just to remind you about our reading lesson from yesterday. So, yesterday you were asked to choose a goal based on what you need to improve upon in your reading. Okay, and so today I'm going to teach you that reading club members, so again, if you all picked the same goal, you are now part of a reading club. Reading club members work together by sharing what they know with each other and making plans to reach their goals. And I'm going to start off our reading lesson today with a little bit of a story. I'm going to tell you a story about something that's going on in my life right now. So recently, my family decided that we were going to start a new project at home. And this new project was going to be painting all of the rooms in our home. And so, do you think that when we decided to make this plan that we just decided to grab brushes and start painting? No, right? First, we had to pick out some paint color samples, right? So we had to kind of go to the store, look at different colors of paint that we could pick from, think about which one would go good in each room, right? Then we had to put many of those color samples up on the walls so that we could decide which colors we were going to use for each room, right? Then we made sure we had all the tools that we needed to get this project done. So we needed paintbrushes, we needed drop cloths, we needed painter's tape so that the paint wouldn't get on like the windows or anything like that. We needed rollers to get up into like the really high parts of each room, right? So those were all like the materials or supplies that we needed to do this project. Okay, so that's kind of my story. So now I'm betting that you are wondering, what does this have to do with reading clubs? Like, what is the point of telling us this story when we're learning about reading clubs? Well, I'm going to tell you, just like my family needed to have a plan and gather all of our tools before we started working, reading club members also do that too when they're in a reading club. Okay, so again, we're going to be learning about how members in a reading club work together and share what they know about reading with each other, and they make plans to reach their goals. So it's going to be hard for us to learn from each other because we're all at home, but there are still some ways that we can do that. So we are going to be learning about working together in goal clubs today. Okay? So like I said before, so me and my family, we had a goal. And to meet that goal, we had to come up with a plan. So the first thing that we do when we are working in goal clubs is to create a plan. Okay, so your plan is going to have your goal. It's going to have your supplies list. So remember, I talked to you a lot about the supplies that I needed to paint all of our rooms in my house, right? And then you need a plan. So a goal, supply list, and then a plan. And a plan is like a step-by-step thing of what you need to do, right? So again, in my story, I gave you kind of like the steps. First, we picked out some paint color samples, right? Then we put those color samples on the wall and decided which one we were going to do for each room, right? And then the last step was that we had made sure we had all of our supplies. That was my plan. Those were our steps, okay? So again, I'm just going to show you this like one more time. So creating a plan, you are going to do the same thing. What was the goal that you chose to work on during your reading? Okay, what are some supplies that are going to help you with your goal? Okay, and then what is the step-by-step process? How are you going to become a more fluent reader? How are you going to get better at tracking longer books? Okay, those are all examples, right? So that's your create your plan. So so you guys you guys did. You set a goal, right? You have to get your supplies list, and you have to write down the steps to use those things and to achieve your goal. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this one thing. This is an example of a club plan. So up top here it says club members. Obviously, we don't have to do that for ours because we're not going to be really working together. Like you guys aren't going to be able to interact with each other. But you're going to have your goal, you're going to have your tools, and you're going to have your steps. Okay, so this is just an example of what one student did. Okay, here's his goal, he was trying to accomplish, the tools that he needed to accomplish that goal, and then the steps that he had to go through in order to accomplish that goal as well. Okay, so what you guys are going to be doing is you guys are going to be filling out your own goal plan. So your goal again is one of those strategies, one of those reading strategies that you chose that you picked to practice more on, right? So that's going to be your goal. And then what supplies are you going to use for that goal? What are some things that you need? You might need an anchor chart, right? You might need the anchor charts that I provided for you yesterday in our reading lesson, right? That's a tool that you can use, okay? You're going to need books, right? Because those are supplies as well. You need to be, in order to be a good reader, you need books to read, right? So those are examples of tools that you can use. And then what's going to be the steps that you take to achieve that goal? What are you going to do? Those are also in the anchor charts that I posted for you guys yesterday as well. There's some good steps there that you can pick from. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to click on the Google Doc link that I have attached next to this video. It's going to open up your own goal plan. And what I want you to do is I just want you to take a few minutes and fill out that goal plan. What is the goal that you chose to do? What are the tools that you're going to need to accomplish that goal, and then what are the steps that you're going to do that goal. Okay, if you need help from an adult, feel free to ask. Make sure that you ask the adults around you. You can also reach out to me through email if you would like to as well. But just fill that out. Fill out what your goal plan is going to be so that you can achieve that goal. How to become a more fluent reader. How are you going to be able to track longer books? How are you going to be able to understand literary language, right? So think about that. Think about what you're going to do to make yourself better at those things, and that way you can achieve your goal. The last thing I would like to show you too is that members in reading clubs also, they talk together. Now again, this is something that's going to be kind of hard for us to do because we're not in our classroom and we don't have the ability to like turn and talk to our partner and stuff like that. But there are still a lot of other people that you can talk to when you are working with your reading. Okay, so just some examples, like ask questions. Wait and think, right? Sometimes you just have to sit in silence for a second and really think about it, and then it comes to you, right? And then what do you think? Asking the person, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think? What do you think are some strategies that I can use? What do you think my steps are going to be? What do you think some good tools are going to be so that I can achieve my goal, right? Those are ways that people in reading clubs talk to each other and help each other. Okay, that's kind of the whole point of having a reading club. Okay. All right, so that's kind of what I wanted to teach you for reading today. So again, make sure you go click that link right next to this video so that you can access your own goal plan, and then just fill it out. Again, tell me what your goal is, what are the tools that you're going to need for that goal, and what are your steps going to be to achieve that goal. Okay, and then tomorrow, or on Monday, we'll dive more into this lesson a little bit more. There's going to be some other things that I want to teach you about in terms of reading clubs. Okay, so hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, please, again, just feel free to ask the adults around you. Email me. You can write a comment in our stream on our Google Classroom. All those are options to ask for help. So thanks so much, and good luck on creating your goal plans. I cannot wait to see the goals that you have set for yourself, the plans that you're going to, or the steps that you're going to follow to meet that goal, and the supplies that you're going to need to do that goal as well. So good luck, and can't wait to see it. See ya.